So, you live in the Willow Grove area. You've got a dog, and now you're looking for a trainer. You have definitely come to the right place. We're going to break down everything you need to know to find that perfect professional for you and your furry best friend.
I mean, let's be real. That's what it's all about, right? You picture these nice, calm walks down the Pennypack Trail or just hanging out in the neighborhood without any drama. The right training, that's what gets you there.
All right, here's our game plan. We'll look at life with a dog right here in Willow Grove, what makes a trainer great, the different options and what they cost, the questions you absolutely have to ask, and then we'll wrap up with some local rules and resources you'll want to know.
Okay, first things first, let's talk about life with your dog in Willow Grove. Because good training isn't one size fits all. It's got to work right here, on our streets and in our parks.
Okay, just think for a second about what your dog sees every day. You've got the busy traffic on Easton Road, right? Then there are the quiet neighborhood sidewalks where you see other dogs and people. The Willow Grove Park shopping area. Wow, talk about distractions. And you can't forget those big SEPTA buses rumbling past. A really good trainer who knows this area, they get it. They understand these aren't just hypotheticals, they're your dog's reality.
Okay, so with those local challenges in mind, how do you spot a great trainer? Well, it really boils down to two things: their training philosophy and the credentials they have to prove they know their stuff.
Let's talk about the absolute gold standard in modern dog training: positive reinforcement. It's actually a pretty simple idea, but it is so powerful. You're basically rewarding the behaviors you like so your dog learns what to do. It's not about punishment, it's about building a partnership and showing your dog how to win at life with you.
And on the other side of that coin, you've got the stuff to avoid. Seriously, stay away from any trainer who talks about using intimidation, fear, or any kind of physical punishment. Those old school methods, they often just make things worse, creating bigger problems down the road like anxiety or even aggression. It's just not worth it.
So you're probably wondering, how do I actually know if a trainer is legit? Well, these letters after their name are a huge clue. They're certifications. Think of them like a diploma. It means they've actually been tested on things like how dogs learn, and they've committed to keeping their skills up to date. Seeing something like CPD-TKA or KPA-CTP, that's a really good sign you're talking to a real pro.
All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty, the different types of training you can get and, what it's going to cost. We'll find the right fit for both your dog and your wallet. So you've basically got two main paths you can go down. On one hand, you have group classes. These are awesome for teaching your dog to focus when other dogs are around, great for socialization, and they're usually easier on the budget. Then you've got private sessions. This is where you get that one-on-one attention. Perfect for tackling those at-home problems, like your dog bolting out the front door or going nuts when the doorbell rings.
Okay, let's talk numbers. Here's a ballpark of what you can expect to pay for training here in the Willow Grove area. A standard 6-week group class is going to be in that $180 to $350 range. A private in-home lesson, you're looking at about $100 to $175 each time. And for more intensive stuff like a behavior consultation or a board and train, the investment is higher. This should give you a good starting point for your budget.
Okay, you know the philosophy, you know the formats and costs. Now, what do you actually ask a potential trainer? This is basically your interview guide. So how do you make sure you're picking the absolute best person for you and your dog? It's all about asking the right questions.
Here's your cheat sheet. First, ask them about their philosophy. How do you use positive reinforcement is a great way to put it. Second, ask about their education. What certifications do they have? Do they keep learning? Then get into the custom plan. How will they help your dog with your goals? Also, you want to know how they track progress. How will you know it's working? And of course, get the logistics sorted out. Fees, packages, cancellation rules, the whole shebang. Oh, and here's a big one. Ask if they'll team up with your vet if there are bigger behavior issues. That's a sign of a real team player.
Okay, last but not least, let's talk about some of the local rules and resources. Because being a responsible dog owner in Willow Grove is about more than just training. It's about being a good neighbor, too.
Here's a number to remember: 6, as in 6 feet. That's the maximum leash length allowed by Montgomery County law anytime you're off your own property. It's a simple one, but super important. And yeah, that means those long retractable leashes don't technically count if you let them go out past 6 feet.
Just a few other quick reminders about being a dog owner here. You've got to get your dog licensed with the county every year once they're over 3 months old. A rabies vaccine is also required by state law, and that little tag has to stay on your dog's collar. And hey, just be a good neighbor. Excessive barking can be considered a nuisance, and that's exactly the kind of thing training can help solve.
Now for the fun part.
Where to practice? Once you and your trainer have a plan, you can take those skills on the road. The Pennypack Trail is fantastic for practicing nice, structured leash walking. A place like Lorimore Park is great for working on focus when there are all sorts of natural distractions, like squirrels and birds. If you need a safe, fenced-in area to work on recall, check out Mason's Mill Dog Park. And hey, for a real challenge with distractions, you could even practice outside the Willow Grove Park Shopping Center.
Look, picking the right trainer really is the first big step to having a calmer, happier life with your dog. We hope this helps you get started on that journey. Before you know it, you'll be the one having those peaceful walks, feeling proud of your well-behaved companion, and just enjoying everything Willow Grove has to offer, together.